We often overestimate the importance of single, grand gestures. We see the big wins, the grand celebrations, and the monumental achievements, and we think that these are the moments that define success. We think that massive success requires massive action. We believe that to achieve something great, we need to make a huge effort, take a giant leap, or make a dramatic change. But the truth is, lasting change is a product of small habits, repeated consistently over time. It's the little things we do every day that add up to make a big difference. These atomic habits, as I like to call them, are the building blocks of remarkable results. Each small action, each tiny decision, contributes to the larger picture of our lives. Think of it like building a muscle. You don't become strong by lifting a heavy weight once. You become strong by lifting manageable weights consistently over time. You don't gain significant strength overnight. It's the repeated effort, the daily practice, that leads to growth and improvement. It's the consistent daily workouts that add up over time. Each run, each stretch, each practice session builds on the last, creating a foundation of strength and skill. The same principle applies to our habits. The small, everyday actions we take shape our lives in profound ways. By focusing on small, incremental improvements each day, we unlock the power of compounding. Each tiny improvement builds on the previous one, creating a snowball effect of positive change. This concept of atomic habits is about making small changes that have a compounding effect over time. It's about understanding that even the smallest actions can lead to significant results. It's about the daily choices we make that determine the trajectory of our lives. Each decision, no matter how small, contributes to our overall success and well-being. It's about understanding that success is not a destination, but a journey of continuous improvement. It's about the process, the daily grind, and the commitment to getting better each day. By embracing the power of atomic habits, we can transform our lives in ways we never thought possible. We can achieve our goals, reach our dreams, and become the best versions of ourselves. It's not about being perfect, but about being consistent. It's about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and making progress, no matter how small. It's about showing up each day and striving to be just a little bit better than we were yesterday. It's the small, consistent actions that lead to big, lasting changes. Imagine if you could improve yourself by just 1% each day. It might seem insignificant at first, but the cumulative effect over time is astounding. This is the power of compounding in action. Think of it like this. If you get 1% better each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end of it. On the other hand, if you get 1% worse each day for a year, you'll decline to nearly zero. This principle applies to all areas of life. Whether it's your health, your relationships, your finances, or your career, small improvements each day can lead to remarkable results over time. The key is to focus on making small, sustainable changes. Don't try to overhaul your entire life overnight. Instead, identify one or two key areas where you want to improve and focus on getting just 1% better in those areas each day. Remember, success is not about perfection, but about progress. Embrace the power of 1% and watch as small changes compound into extraordinary results. To build better habits, we need a framework for change. Without a clear structure, it can be challenging to know where to start or how to maintain new behaviors over time. That's where the 4 laws of behavior change come in. These laws act as guiding principles that can help us understand and implement new habits effectively. These laws provide a simple set of rules that can be applied to make any behavior easier to adopt. By following these principles, we can create an environment that supports our goals and makes positive changes more sustainable. Make it obvious. The first step to changing a habit is to make it obvious. This means making the cues for your desired behavior clear and visible. We are more likely to do something if it's right in front of us. Visual cues can serve as powerful reminders to engage in the behavior we want to adopt. For example, if you want to drink more water, place a full water bottle on your desk where you can see it. This constant visual reminder can help you stay hydrated throughout the day. Make it attractive. We are more likely to repeat behaviors that we find enjoyable. The more appealing a habit is, the more motivated we will be to stick with it. To make a habit more attractive, try pairing it with something you already enjoy. This can create a positive association with the new behavior. For example, if you want to start exercising in the morning, listen to your favorite podcast while you work out. This can make the experience more enjoyable and something you look forward to. Make it easy. The easier a habit is to do, the more likely we are to stick with it. Simplifying the process can remove obstacles that might otherwise prevent us from taking action. Remove any barriers that might prevent you from performing the habit. This could mean organizing your environment or breaking the habit down into smaller, more manageable steps. For example, if you want to start meditating, set aside a specific time and place each day and keep your meditation cushion ready. Having everything prepared in advance can make it easier to follow through. Make it satisfying. We are more likely to repeat behaviors that make us feel good. Positive reinforcement can be a powerful motivator. Reward yourself for sticking to your habits. Celebrating small wins can help maintain your motivation and reinforce the behavior. For example, if you're trying to save money, track your progress and celebrate your milestones. Recognizing your achievements can make the process more rewarding and encourage you to continue. By applying these 4 laws of behavior change, you can create a supportive environment that makes it easier to build and maintain new habits. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but with consistency and the right strategies, you can achieve your goals. Start small, be patient with yourself, and celebrate your progress along the way. Every step forward is a step towards a better you. Habits are not random. They follow a neurological loop known as the habit loop. This loop is a powerful force that shapes our daily lives, often without us even realizing it. This loop consists of 4 stages: cue, craving, response, and reward. Each stage plays a crucial role in the formation and perpetuation of our habits. Cue. The cue is the trigger that initiates the habit. It acts as a signal to your brain to start the behavior. It could be a time of day, a location, a preceding event, or even an emotion. These cues are everywhere, subtly guiding our actions. For example, the smell of freshly brewed coffee might be a cue to start your morning routine. This familiar scent signals your brain that it's time to wake up and get going. Craving. The craving is the motivational force behind the habit. It's the anticipation and desire for the reward that the habit provides. It's the desire for the reward that the habit provides. This craving is what drives you to act, pushing you toward the behavior. For example, the craving for the caffeine and taste of coffee drives you to make a cup. This craving can be so strong that it becomes a powerful motivator. Response. The response is the habit itself, the action you take to satisfy the craving. This is the behavior that you perform in response to the cue and craving. This could be a thought, a feeling, or a physical action. The response is the most visible part of the habit loop, the part that others can see. For example, the response is actually brewing and drinking the cup of coffee. This action is the culmination of the cue and craving working together. Reward. The reward is the end goal of the habit. It's the positive outcome that you experience after performing the habit. It's the pleasurable outcome that satisfies the craving and reinforces the habit loop. This reward is what makes the habit worth repeating. For example, the reward is the feeling of alertness and focus you get after drinking your coffee. This feeling reinforces the habit, making you more likely to repeat it. By understanding the habit loop, we can identify the cues, cravings, responses, and rewards that drive our habits. This knowledge gives us the power to take control of our behaviors. This awareness allows us to break bad habits and build good ones by manipulating these elements. By changing the cue, altering the craving, modifying the response, or adjusting the reward, we can reshape our habits and ultimately, our lives.